Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about economics and crypto and lots of other fun things. This is crazy. So while I was preparing to record this video, I was like, man, when's Bitcoin going to break through $85,000? And I didn't realize that we were already in the upper 85 territory. Oh my goodness. This is insane. This reminds me a great deal of 2020. We are moving along at this time of the year in 2020, at least exactly the same way, except for the fact that in 2020, we weren't at a new all-time high for Bitcoin yet. And so I think we're about 40 days ahead of schedule. But I want to take some time in this video to talk about a couple things. A couple questions that I've been getting a lot. Is it alt season? And then question two, if it's not alt season right now, when is alt season going to come? And so I want to answer both of those questions. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, leave a comment in the comment section for the algorithm, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification button as well as we get ready for potentially Bitcoin to break $86,000. It's up at this moment, $5,500 on the day, just a minor green candle here. But okay, to answer your question number one, is it alt season? My answer to you is a clear and firm and direct no. This is not alt season yet. I know that it was an exciting few days after the election. Bitcoin's dominance plummeted, but it bottomed out. It put in a higher low, and we are not yet in a position where we can clearly say that this is alt season. Things are looking good, though. Things are looking very good. But I want to give you a couple of thoughts here, and I will say that I did already make a shorter video. I posted this on my X account, WW and my TikTok account, World War Bitcoin. But we can see a couple things here. So, 3 days, for 4 days, really, it looked like alt season was imminent, that it was just, man, we might be hitting alt season very soon here. But all that happened really was Bitcoin's dominance just dropped down to the 50-day moving average. And then it bounced right off there. And now we're in this indecision point. And are we going to just put in a lower high here and then put in a lower low and have full-blown alt season? Or is this the beginning stages of another impulsive move up for Bitcoin that's going to cause Bitcoin's dominance to hit new highs? I tend to lean towards the latter, that we have not yet seen the peak of Bitcoin dominance. And I would love to convince you that that's actually the best play for in terms of our money. If you are willing to be patient, we could have alt season right now. We could have a lower high here and see Bitcoin's dominance plummet and altcoins explode and Bitcoin slowly climb higher, but run out of steam, maybe around $100,000. We could do that. But what I think is going to happen more so is that Bitcoin's dominance is going to have an aggressive move up, which is accompanied by Bitcoin's price rising dramatically, and then it'll peak, and then we'll have alt season. This was the final move in 2020 going into 2021. Early 2021, Bitcoin's dominance peaked around 70%. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's dominance is going to peak 70% this time. I highly doubt that. But Bitcoin dominance peaked around 70% as Bitcoin made its way over a 97-day span from $10,000 to $42,000. Here we are in the middle of quite a dramatic move up for Bitcoin. When would we define up-only season as? I would really say, October 10th of this year was the beginning of something that you could call up-only season. Very similar to 2020. In 2020, October 11th of 2020 was when we began the move up in up-only season. That was day one of that 97-day span. Maybe we're in the middle of something similar, 97 days or maybe a little bit less, where Bitcoin is still the taking center stage. We're still in that moment. It certainly seems like, even though, that was quite an interesting few days there, that Bitcoin is still on center stage. Now, does that mean that we should not be buying altcoins right now? By no means. I told you guys in August that was the time to buy altcoins. That was the best time to buy altcoins. There were plenty of buying opportunities in September and in October. And now for a lot of altcoins they're still so close to their recent bottoms. I mean, I know a lot of them have pumped really hard, but there's still plenty of them that are still very close to their recent bottoms that I'd say still now is a good time to buy altcoins. As long as Bitcoin's dominance is climbing, is in an uptrend, I would say it's a very good time to buy altcoins. Okay, so Here's what I think is going to happen. And I need to clarify something. There was a time, and I shouldn't say it like that. I did wonder about 5.3 theory. I did wonder if $80,000 would be the peak for this cycle. It's clearly not the peak. And I shouldn't say for the cycle, but for 2024 and even 2025, clearly not. We've already gotten close to $86,000. We cut through $80,000 like butter. And so now I have, clearly $100,000 in sight. An aggressive move up like this to 62% Bitcoin dominance, with that being because of a rapid move up in Bitcoin's price. An aggressive move up like that would put Bitcoin over $100,000. And I want to be clear about that. This would involve Bitcoin going over $100,000. I've talked about you could call this a bullish pennant pattern, 6-month bullish pennant pattern. The worst case scenario, in my opinion, given the violence of this breakout, should put us somewhere equivalent to where we were at the bottom of this pole, which I would say was around a little under $38,000. We rode from $38,000 up to $73,000. That's about $35,000 to $35,000 move. The breakout from that bull flag, which would have been around $70,000, that takes us to 105, which I would say is at worst 105 over the next few months. And that would be in line with a significant move up in Bitcoin's dominance. And then it would be time for alt season. Just my opinion. We'll see about that. I'm feeling very confident about, just the market in general right now, but Bitcoin, now that it's broken through 5.3 theory territory, getting to 6 figures. Now, another thing that I'm looking for, and I did cover this in my shorter video that I posted on my X account, is, all right, when is alt season? If now is not alt season, then when? Well, here we were in 2020, actually early 2021, making our way up to certain retraces here, and in particular, the 702. And you can see it was a very aggressive move up to the 702 retrace, and then we struggled there for a couple weeks. It took until the end of January to really break through there, and then we spent a little bit of time in late January, early February, trying to break through the 786 retrace. But then after that, it was just off to the races. I mean, the total 2 altcoin market cap, the total 2 crypto market cap, did a 4x in a span of a couple months there. And so what I would expect is something similar. Let me get to where we are to present day with total 2. And you can see we are not at the 702 retrace from the previous all-time high. We haven't even passed, even with Bitcoin over $86,000 now, we didn't even pass our previous high from March of this year. We still haven't done that with the altcoins. And so now, where do we go from here? In Bitcoin, as I'm making this video, might be flirting with $87,000. That's insane. Where do we go from here? We struggle, I would say, at the 702 retrace, a $1.33 trillion total 2 crypto market cap. We're at 1.15 trillion. We go up there and then we struggle for a little bit. I'm not saying a month like in 2021, but we struggle for a little bit. And then we break through, get up to the 786, struggle for a little bit there, and break through. So when is alt season? In my opinion, maybe about a month from today. Today is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day for those in the United States who are veterans. Today's Veterans Day, November 11th, 2024. So maybe, give or take a few days, somewhere around December 11th of 2024 will be the beginning of alt season. So the beginning, the peak of Bitcoin's dominance in the lower 60s, and the beginning of alt season. And then alt season takes about 7 weeks. We'll have about 7 weeks potentially of insanity, of euphoria. I would say Wall Street Psychology cheat sheet chart. If you remember that, just look it up right now if you want to. We have moved beyond the belief stage. We are now in thrill. And then after thrill is euphoria. And euphoria, in my opinion, would be about 7 weeks. Okay, so that is my general thought, that we would run the Bitcoin altcoins would run now into early 2025. before a peak, maybe a local top, or maybe the top until after interest rates bottom out and the money printers turned on, and then I'll be incredibly bullish at that time. And so I could see potentially maybe even this running to March. But if there's ever a time for sell in May and go away to be a thing, it is May of 2025. I highly doubt that I will be owning all that much crypto in May of 2025. So we have time. Things are bullish. It's exciting. And I'm excited to be bullish. And I'm just going to warn you now, I'm probably going to turn bearish before 99% of people in the crypto world. Okay, so we can hold hands and sing Kumbaya now. At some point, you're probably going to hate me. I'm okay with that. So one other thing, I have been very active today in the He Premium Discord. And so you're buying Discord, you're buying Discord memberships for $29.99 a month or $97 a month. And you could gain access to this Discord by buying 20,000 He tokens. That's about one Solana's worth. Buying 20,000 He tokens, that will get you access to the He Premium Discord. And I've just been responding to chart requests during this day. So what have I posted today? You're going to have to see this here, but somebody requested an arrow chart review. I looked at it. I don't love it at the moment. There's some resistance above. Tectum looks pretty good right now. That was a request in the He Premium Discord. Axelar looks good as well. Axelar and Tectum actually look very similar. And whatever requests are showing up in there, I'm responding to. I responded also just in the general chat to a couple other things. But this is all available to you for investing. All you have to do, buy 20,000 He tokens, something that is very likely, especially the fact that we have not reached alt season yet, something that is very likely to provide significant returns. Significant returns. Instead of spending $29.99 a month, you could get 20,000 He tokens to gain access to this premium Discord. And one more thing, join this channel as a member and you will gain access to member-only live streams. As of right now, we are moving those to Monday and Friday of every week. So member-only live streams, you get exclusive access. I respond to every comment during those live streams, and let's do well. Let's make money together. But anyway, that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Bitcoin to the moon. Peace.